When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, Mek Wi Talk.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a special edition of the Mek Wi Talk program with yours truly, Jeffrey T. How you all doing? It is a beautiful, beautiful Saturday, Monday morning or Monday afternoon. I have an announcement to make as I come on air that starting as of this evening, the Mek Wi Talk program will be hosting a series of current affair programs hosted by yours truly, Jeffrey Tavares, Head Boy, and Wilfred Radigan. And other people will be coming on the platform. We're trying to get the trade unionist Granville Valentine to come on to speak to us about the whole Negril issue with the tourism sector in Negril. So as of this evening, at about 6 o'clock this evening, we'll be coming on, a new program will be coming on hosted by yours truly and Head Boy. We'll be coming on to speak to all of you about current affair program. This evening we'll be having pollster Don Anderson to give us the update on the recent polls done by himself for the People's National Party, leading in the polls. So we're going to have that come on this evening. I haven't slept from about 1 o'clock this morning. I've been traveling, got something to eat and decided to come on air. So we're going to do that. Also, election is in the air. The American election will be on the 5th of November next week. We're going to see if a lady who have Jamaican roots in her DNA, will she be the next President of the United States of America? Like, share, and subscribe. Come on, people. Like up the live feed. Like up the live feed. Like, share, and subscribe. Norman, how you doing, my brother? How you doing? Good afternoon, everyone. Like up the live feed. Like up the live feed. Share the live feed. Share the live feed, my viewers and subscribers. Share the live feed, viewers and subscribers. Students in the Mek Wi Talk chat. Come on, man. Share up the live feed. Share up the live feed and like up the live feed. We are going to speak this today about Jamaica's health sector in crisis and Jamaica's hotel industry. It's only the people of the Vumvava and the Vumvavi earning from Jamaica's hotel industry, while they take the Jamaican people for a bunch of slaves. So like up this live feed, like up this live feed, like up the live feed, like up the live feed, wherever you're listening and watching from around the world in the Eastern Caribbean. This is the Mek Wi Talk program with yours truly, Jeffrey Tavares. As I said before, this evening at 6 o'clock, join me, yours truly, for a new edition of the Mek Wi Talk program on Mondays. We're working on to see if we can get that going. This evening, we're going to have pollster Don Anderson. My co-host will be Head Boy. We're going to have Mr. Wilfred Radigan on and others. So come on over this evening at 6 o'clock. We're going to start the program from 6 until about 10 o'clock. Come on over. Well, today, as we come on air, we're going to speak about what is going on in the health sector. I came out blazing a couple of days ago. When I say blazing, I mean blazing. Checking up for Dr. Tufton. But it seems that Dr. Tufton maybe have lied to the people of this country. Not accusing him. But let us see if that happened. Like up this live feed. Like up the live feed. Like up the live feed. Share this live feed. We are going to dig deep in two major topics rocking Jamaica. One of them is the health sector. The Bustamante Children's Hospital, the operating theater, has no air condition. It was told that the air condition has been the air condition have not been fixed. Now this morning I'm hearing that the Savlamore Hospital, they have worked on the air condition for over a year. They keep on working on the air condition. What is going on in this country? Jamaica's tourism sector, the people of Westmoreland, the people of Hanover, the entire Jamaican tourism sector. It seems as if we have a bunch of slave masters running hotels in this country. And the people who govern this country, maybe they have sold us out for 30 pieces of silver. Maybe they have sold out the Jamaican people for 30 pieces of silver, Edmund Bartlett. Huh? 30 pieces of silver. This country is in crisis. Whether we like it, yes or no, Jamaica is going down a path where many of us are asking ourselves questions. And I say to you this afternoon, as I come on air to you all this afternoon, if we do not stand up for the democracy of this country, then who else will? Who else will? If we, the people of this country, do not come together and stand up for our black brothers and sisters, who else will? The Jamaica tourism industry is run by a bunch of slave masters. Our health sector, our people can't get surgery because air condition not working. What can go so in this country? Huh? What can really go so in this country? What can really go so in 21st century Jamaica? And we only can hear how much $1 billion tourism make. But is the lower end of society in this country getting anything from the tourism sector in this country? They have sold us out for 30 pieces of silver to the Spanish chains hotels in this country. I will win some, I will. They have sold us out for 30 pieces of silver. $30 pieces of silver. When you have a minister who don't see it fit to meet with the little kaba, according to them, hotel staff. Something is fundamentally wrong. When you have hotels, business places in this country, not abiding by the labor law of this country, then something wrong somewhere. We're not PNP or JLP, we're Jamaicans, and we must stand up in this country and say to the Spanish chains of hotels, we will not stand up for this. And any other hotel in this country who believe that they can come to this country and treat we the Jamaican people as if we're kaba or we're some slave. What sense it makes for us to be celebrating Emancipation Day if the government of this country allow hoteliers to treat us as if we're slaves? That make any sense? Makes no sense at all. And so, let us rise up and demand that hotels in this country, if you cannot abide by the labor law and treat the Jamaican people with respect and pay them, then get the hell out of this country. In which other modern democracy can you have people treating us as if we're slaves? Only in Jamaica. Because the people who govern this country has sold out the people for 30 pieces of silver. I will not apologize to neither he, she, nor the old lady. We are calling on Mark Jefferson Golden. Mr. Golden, if you get in there, sir, demand that these business people who come to this country to invest in Jamaica abide by the labor law of this country. You have some Chinese downtown Kingston, all over Jamaica, who believe that them run this country, you know. Because it has some little nyami Jamaicans who will kill the one Jamaicans over Chinese. We will not sit by in this country no more. And I say to you all this afternoon, rise up in what way you can. Speak out in what way you can. Let your voice be heard that we will not sit down in Jamaica anymore and allow these people who come to invest in this country treat us as if we are nothing, while the people who govern this country is getting 30 pieces of silver on the table. You know what is going on? You are the Minister of Tourism on National Heroes Day. You got an award, the Order of Jamaica. And your own black brothers and sisters were down in Negril protesting over the condition in which these Spanish slaves, it must be known across the globe that these Spanish slaves come to Jamaica to invest in this country and treating the Jamaican people as if we're nothing in their own country. You think this is going to happen in the Cayman Islands? You think that the Minister of Tourism in the Cayman Islands, Mr. Kenneth Bryan, would allow this to happen in Jamaica? In Cayman, rather? But Edmund Bartlett sit idly by. Went down there. And all he's doing, going to the canteen and he's and yam one curry goat food. He never meet with the hotel, with the staff members in one room by themselves. Like how he meet with the Spanish slaves. Like how he met with the Spanish slaves. For far too long, these people come to this country to invest. Invest in what? It's the same Edward Siaga who passed a law in the 1980s about hoteliers. I'm trying to remember what it's all about, you know. And I'm trying to get the entire clip. Where when you come to invest into Jamaica, when you come to book a hotel in Jamaica, the money is booked, the money is stayed overseas. You know, come to Jamaica. So when Edmund Bartlett talking about $1 billion Jamaica make, the people of this country not making anything. Smaller hotels on the 7 Mile Strip in Negril struggling. If I am the lone voice in the wilderness to speak about Negril, I will. If I'm the lone voice in the wilderness to speak about the plight of the tourism sector in this country, where these Spanish slaves and other slaves treat us as if we are nothing, then I will. You can go down there as the Minister of Tourism and the Minister of Labor, and you don't see it fit to meet. You all don't see it fit to meet with the poor pauperizing staff members them. Them say one voting for no. What you done in the good Hanover and Westland, Negril and Westmoreland? We have done enough for you. Tourism have made $32 billion. Yay! Put them back in. Wake up. They bring in foreign workers in this country. I was the lone voice at one point on Roots FM. And on this program here, you cannot allow a foreign government to bring in their own people to work while they want to work in this country. When they were building the Foreign Affairs building downtown Kingston, I went on the radio station and I said, how the hell can the government of Jamaica allow a Chinese construction company owned by the Chinese government to bring in convicts to work on the construction site in this country, while the Jamaican people have no say and have no right? They can't get no job. But we're sitting in this country because we are PNP and we are labor right. We can't do nothing. Wake up, people. If I am the lone voice in the wilderness to speak about Negril, then I will. Successive government don't do a damn thing for Negril. When all-inclusive take over, the hotels that build Negril and the 7 Mile Strip went down. Some of them West End worse. And nothing has been done, but yet this government see it fit. I got play a video now. Soon play the video them. See it fit to now spend $1 billion according to them to save brand Jamaica. Because their slave master, the slave masters of the Spanish group. I don't give a damn who are vexing. I don't call nobody name. Because me, nobody in my family can tell me who to talk, what to talk. Because I am neither P nor J, I'm a Jamaican. So all those who believe that this boy and this Mek Wi Talk program is fighting for something to make a sad mistake. I am fighting for this country. And I keep on saying to you all, This election that is coming, Jamaicans, I will not tell you who to vote for, but the soul of Jamaica's democracy relies on the people of this country. Go out there and vote when the time comes. Because if we don't vote, dog, nyam, we suffer in this country. Negril that put Jamaica on the map when they come on to tourism. The people of Negril get nothing. The people of Hanover get nothing. More than slave masters invested in this country and treating us as if we are nothing in this country. Wake up, people. Rise up. Stand up for what you believe in. You're going to spend $1 billion of taxpayers' money. But you don't see it fit to spend $1 billion on smaller hotels to uplift them because they're the first player in the tourism sector in this country. But no, you see it fit Prime Minister Holness and Minister Edmund Bartlett to go and spend $1 billion of taxpayers' money, according to you, to save brand Jamaica. But you don't see it fit to say to the smaller hotels in Negril, we're going to give you some loans interest free. No, man, we don't see it fit to do that. We don't see it fit to move the Negril craft market in a Kuchikacha place. Nobody now go down there, sir. But some genius in a Negril own hotel down there, who are some former Chamber of Commerce president, them see it fit to move the Negril craft market from where it is and put it in a Kuchikacha place. When you have hotel on the 7 Mile Beach, the small hotels, Eden Paradise, and others, paying high taxes for lands. And all they can see is the all-inclusive going people's in there. So we are paying taxes for this government and other governments to come to spend $1 billion of taxpayers' money. The same money where the smaller hotels in Negril are fighting to pay taxes for. They can't hardly afford to pay taxes. Because no tourists now come in the hotel. And the all-inclusive promise the people who come here to work that we will pay you in US currency until this blessed day. No US currency not pay to the people them. Hotels in Negril, and I presume around Jamaica, promise the Jamaican citizens who come there and work that they will pay them in US currency until this blessed day nothing. Wanna share up the live feed, like, share, and subscribe. Because today me not give up. Me not gonna mince word today. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. We will not stand by no more. Andrew Holness, Edmund Bartlett. Wanna let these slave masters who invest in this country and treat us as if we are second-class citizens in this country. This could never happen in the Cayman Islands. Because the Caymanian government put the Caymanian people first. And they dare not do something like this because the Cayman people don't say, listen to America telling you something, Kenneth Bryan. This is our country. We come first in this country. All other people come here. These expats come take over jobs in this country. But no, we sit down. This country is being sold out for 30 pieces of silver. Who want Bex, who want please? How on earth can you have a hotel paying the Jamaican people? Must it $12 an hour, I was told? Cayman belongs to Jamaica. Cayman belongs to England. At one point, Jamaica was ruling Cayman. And when Jamaica decided to go independent, Cayman said no. They stay under the British rule. And now Cayman is better off than Jamaica. Any fly by night, pitch by day can come into this country and open business and have a whip over us. But you know why these companies come to Jamaica and have a whip over us? Because we, the Jamaican people, allow the government of the day to have a whip over our backside. We allow them. These people come into this country invest $2.73 an hour. Want to hear that? $2.73 an hour. And you think that the Spanish chains of hotels could pay the staff members in the United States this? How many of these so-called Spanish people have work permit in Jamaica? Thank you, Miss Williams. How many of these so-called hotel managers and supervisors and workers that they have working for them from other countries? How many of them have work permit in Jamaica? And how many of the immigration personnel get money under the table? When you, if you work in the Cayman Islands, if you have a work permit, you have to have a work permit. How many of these people who are in this country as investors, how many of them have work permit? But you know, come and they can't treat you as if we are nothing. And they can't talk to we as if we are some little common dirty foot choices, girl and boy or dog and I need to know. Because this government allowed them to do so. This uncaring and just government. Make I put Mr. Golden and warning, you know. Mr. Golden, if the people of this country should give you a mandate, I hope to God you serve the people of this country, sir. Because if you don't, remember I tell you this, Mr. Golden, I will be on it, sir. If the people of Jamaica should give you a mandate, Mr. Golden, I hope you treat the people with respect. And we, the people of this country, must demand a government of the people, for the people, and by the people. I don't know, come on the country and suck us dry. Because government alone to suck us dry. Uno sell your Jamaica, uno sell the backside company, uno sell every almighty God thing in this country, and now uno selling us. For 30 pieces of silver, uno selling the Jamaican people one by one. You're so correct. The Jamaican people don't have strength for them one another. But then has strength for the government to stand up and say, no, we're not at this. We don't believe. Sorry about that. You all believe that if this had happened in some other country, you believe in that answer? You know why all of this is going on with us in this country? Because we are divided as the politics of this country. We, the Jamaican people, are divided as the politics of this country. Because we will not stand up as brothers and sisters in this country. We're divided as hell. When are we going to stand up with our brothers? Our brothers and sisters out there protesting. And only them alone out there. The Spanish slaves, they're enslaving us. And the government of this country was under captivity. Because them have no respect for we. That they can come and speak to us. Because we vote and put them in there. We, the Jamaican people, put them in there. They are servants. The word minister, Edmund Bartlett, the word minister mean servant of the people. The word minister in Latin mean servant of the people. But you don't see it fit, Mr. Bartlett. Sir Bartlett, you don't see it fit, sir. To say to the Spanish slaves, the Bucky masters, I will meet with my people privately. No, we don't in there. You don't see it, you didn't see it fit to demand from them. Let there be a separate conference room that I meet with my people. You didn't see it fit to do so. You meet with the Bucky masters. And when it looks so bad, you're going to the canteen. I have a plate of curry goat, you know. And you name one plate of curry goat and chat ton nonsense to the people I'm in there. While they're suffering they're suffering on the quiet. But you never see it fit at all. Where were you all? Where were you all when Negril people get out of their house and allow hippies to pitch tent in their yard on the 7 Mile beach? You all ever hear about Arthur's Bathing Beach? Or 1 Mile? Where are you guys? When the Reynolds, the Arthurs, the Donaldsons, they started tourism in Negril. I want to do. I want to raise taxes for the Negril people. So majority of Negrilians have to sell out their beach land because of the high taxes you do it. Because they want to sell the lands to their friends and cronies. Me not be no politician nothing. So me can't talk. Then I put on my pot of chicken back on fire. And my shake out my dirty girl. So I can talk. Where were they? When hippies come to Negril, pitch tent on the 7 Mile beach. When my grandfather picked breadfruit, my grandmother, God rest her soul, my great-grandfathers and great-granduncles and grandaunt. I remember when 2 of my favorite persons in my family, 3 of them, when I went to see and come back in, Tom and Gilbert. And they come back in with the fish. And we roast fish. And roast bread. We roast the fish and roast the breadfruit. And sometimes we have the chicken back and roast breadfruit. And the hippie then come and take piece and they eat. And oh, this is good. Where were Edmund Bartlett and Andrew Holness and all of them? But none of them raise taxes alone. Taxes start raised before them getting a power. And you believe they will do something for the people. No, they're not damn thing. Well, no. When I had Tigress, Lamar, MX3, because of the high cost of taxes in Negril, and those who have little hotels can't even survive because of the all-inclusive, the Spanish Bucky Masters, them and other people. I don't believe, I don't feel to believe, you know. I don't believe, say, the Bucky Masters, they're voting for them. Are we the common dirty who chose his people? Are we the vote for them? And are we then a disrespect and no respect for we? The only time they have respect for us is when election time come around. They come with a mouth full of pay, damn lie. And the mouth sweet, yeah. When they vote for we, I make Negril have water. When they vote for we, the whole Jamaica will be pothole free. When they vote for we, Salem Hospital will get some new beds and new air conditioning unit. When they go in there, I call them and no answer you. The only man was for the people of Western Westmoreland, and I don't give a flying cow no one begs. Was Russell Hammonds, may God rest his soul. Russell Hammonds and Roger Clark. And the late custodian to the parish of Westmoreland, James McLean Thompson. Those were the only people who mean the people of Western Westmoreland well. You go down there, and all they could do is meet with some people. Meet with some people who don't mean we know well. And when you come on social media and you talk these things, they vex with you. And they tell you how you tried to bring down Jamaica. When you have a prime minister's 28 bank account, who's bringing down this country? Him not spend $1 billion to save brand Jamaica. Must wake up in this country and smell the roses. That's what we need to do. Wake up. Because if we don't wake up, may God help us. I want to show you a video with Edmund Bartlett shaking the owners of the Spanish hotel in Negril. Now when he say bad, in going and start shake the staff members their hand them. But you couldn't say to the slave master, I will meet with the staff separately from you, sir. You have the power to do so. But no, not do that. I want you to listen to this. Yes, still there. If you run the wallet system and if you get some different from
When you know we have to be here.
Oh, we have to be here for look there. We see bad now immediately staff members. Look there. Look, watch him. Wanna see it? You will never see it fit, Mr. Bartlett. Mr. Bartlett, you never see it fit, sir, to say to the owners of the hotel, I want to meet with the staff members them. You never see it fit to spend at least 5 hours down there meeting with the staff members them. A good minister who mean his people well would have done so. A good Labour Minister, Perennial Charles Jr., who mean the people of this country well, would have said to the owners of that hotel, I will meet with the staff members separately from you. And them they feel it and the managers they feel it. But we are being sold out for 30 pieces of silver. You remember when Judas said out Jesus to the piece of silver? This country is being sold out for 30 pieces of silver. Listen to this now. I spoke to Mr. Granville Valentine this morning, and he promised me faithfully, Mr. Tavares, I have some meetings today, but I will come on your program. He is a union man. And we want to know why the hotels in Jamaica don't allow the staff members to be unionized. What is going on? What can go so in this country? The Jamaican people must have a say. No foreigner will not come to this country can have bigger say than we. No Chinese, no Spanish, no Lebanese, or Jiganese, or Chukanese. We must have a bigger say in this country. And we must demand it from the government of the day. Watch this video here, courtesy of TVJ.
The National Workers' Union has weighed in on the incident which led to the disruptions at Royalton Negril earlier this week. General Secretary Granville Valentine says the government must ensure the labor laws are followed. The details in this report. In a TVJ News In Focus report back in April 2023, we highlighted concerns about the lack of interest in the tourism industry from some young people in Hanover and the plight of some workers. It was there we met Shantor McKenzie, a former hotel worker who left her job to sell natural juices.
When I was going to work, I would be in my nice stocking, my working shoes, my handbag, and sometimes I don't even have fear to go to work and I'm well dressed and looking pretty. And I said, what's the sense of being pretty and don't have any money?
These stories are not unique to Hanover, and Monday's protest at Royalton Negril reignited the issues which span decades. On Wednesday, Tourism Minister Ed Bartlett intervened, and the hotel staff's salaries have since been increased and the food situation in the canteen improved. Senior strategist in the Tourism Ministry, Delano Seabright, says the team has been in dialogue with other hotels.
From our checks so far, a number of hotels have reported that yes, these are, especially the bigger hotels, have issues from time to time, but they've been able to address them as quickly as they possibly can and come to agreement. What we want to ensure is that it doesn't have to spiral like this again. And what we've done is to maintain full contact with the leadership teams, local and international, whilst at the same time ensuring now that the Ministry of Labour and the Ministry of Tourism plays a more proactive role into the day-to-day functioning of our resorts.
But General Secretary of the National Workers' Union, Granville Valentine, is blasting the government's approach, labeling it as a knee-jerk reaction.
An intervention is a plaster and a sore. We need to ensure that the industry is treated with the respect that it ought to be treated with. If the government want to help these workers, free them up. Allow them to join a union of their choice. Allow them to have the expertise at the table to negotiate the condition of work. right? To negotiate wages and to ensure that they have a livable wage, that they have all conditions that is up to standard.
Mr. Valentine argues that the government must ensure investors adhere to the country's labor laws.
You shouldn't have workers today working for 5, 10, 15 years and roll over contract of 3 or 6 months. That can't be something that any government or any minister or any society would accept for people.
The development at Royalton this week comes a week after Prime Minister Andrew Holness revealed that his administration has hired an international consulting firm to keep Brand Jamaica effective. Now, it's early days yet, and it's still not clear what impact Monday's protest has had on the country's image, but what's clear is that everyone is watching.
We continue to focus on the medium and long-term welfare of our tourism worker, whilst at the same time ensuring that we maintain full contact and are deeply involved into the day-to-day functioning of our resorts, even though they are private companies.
My Jesus, have mercy upon me, Lord. I want to show you something before I bring up this breaking news that's coming into us. The People's National Party had a press conference a while ago. I wasn't aware of the press conference. It was sent to me a while ago by a member of the team. Before we go to that, you hear what's going on? Mr. Valentine is calling for something to be done about the hotel workers in Negril, and be done immediately. I want to show you now a press conference with opposition spokesperson health, Dr. Alfred Dawes. But before I show you the press conference, let me play this video here with Dr. Dawes pertaining to the health sector in our country. Listen to this, please.
A tough situation at the Bustamante Hospital for Children, but not surprising for opposition spokesman on health Dr. Alfred Dawes. In a fiery press briefing Thursday, he described the state of the public health sector as a symptom of a deeper systemic rot.
We do not have a proper preventative maintenance program. So do not listen to the sweet talk about equipment being bought and how much money is being spent. For one, we are overpaying for a lot of these equipment. And I'll say it quite frankly, there are a lot of hustlers out there who just buy cheap equipment from China, sell it to the Ministry of Health, and then they're deployed in hospitals. They do not know anything at all about maintaining these equipment. You cannot get the parts for them. And because they're just hustlers, they don't have an organized an arrangement with the manufacturers to service these equipment. So naturally the equipment are going to go down.
The incident involves a non-functioning air conditioning unit in the operating theater. It has reportedly left children requiring surgery like 11-year-old Ajane Parchment, who suffers from scoliosis, waiting for days, weeks, or even months. Her mother has been left frustrated over what she deemed inadequate communication from the hospital. During a press briefing Thursday morning, Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton acknowledged the incident, claiming that a company has been brought in to fix the AC, but the problem remains. However, the opposition is not satisfied with the response, labeling it as
an excellent performance in crisis management. And I say it's a performance in crisis management because all that came out of it was a very deliberate attempt to kill the story by trying to say that the little girl is going to get her surgery done. A lot of blame shifting as to why we got here, and that's the end of it.
Dr. Dawes blasts the ministry for focusing more on damage control rather than addressing the underlying issues.
Until we reform the healthcare sector in Jamaica, we will continue to have different symptoms popping up in different hospitals, in different areas, that are all related to the same thing. We have to change the policy direction of the Ministry of Health, where it is focused primarily on damage control, crisis PR, and marketing in general, instead of addressing the root causes of the issues facing the healthcare workers and users of the system.
Sandy Williams, TVJ News.
And now, a press conference had just wrapped up by the People's National Party opposition spokesman on health, Dr. Alfred Dawes. Here we go. Let's go over here and get it play for you.
Within the government. And this morning, we've called you here to listen to some plans, some suggestions, and some issues we've identified in the health and wellness sector within the government. We noticed that there are some issues with service delivery, resource allocation, and patient care. For us in the opposition, it's about the restoration of dignity and a call for accountability. To keep the government honest, this morning, our spokesperson for health and wellness, Dr. Alfred Dawes, is joined by deputy spokesperson in the same sector, Jesse James Clark, who is also a counselor and a medical professional himself. Today, you'll notice they're dressed in black. They're sending a signal to the government that time comes and time is actually up on the care that they are supposed to be giving to the country that they're lacking in. Dr. Dawes will lead us off. He has some suggestions, and I want you to listen, stay tuned, keep your questions, and ask them at the end of the presentation. Dr. Dawes will be followed by Mr. Clark. Please listen carefully. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikisha. Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. Today, I asked that Jesse accompany me in wearing black because as a former president of the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association, I stand in solidarity with the doctors across Jamaica who are protesting today the uncalled for blame game that is pitting administrators against doctors, suppliers against the Ministry of Health in what is effectively crisis management, where we are seeing the Ministry of Health falling apart and there is a reluctance for the persons where the buck stops to accept responsibility. Now, I have to say to the hospital administrators who have for years propped up the system with whatever little budgetary support that they have had, they have to listen to the rhetoric today, where it is being said that money, the money that they have asked for repeatedly in their budgets and have been denied year after year, is not the problem. Instead, they are. The doctors who have been sitting in the moldy clinics with fungus coming from the roof tiles, the hot clinics without a working fan and AC units, who are there just so they can see the patients, and they're making that sacrifice because it is about the patients. They try to get things done. The doctors at Bustamante Hospital who have been still, in spite of the substandard conditions, trying to knock out some of the cases so that the children with surgeries that do not require a prolonged period of time in the operating theater can have their procedures done. Those very persons who have been propping up the system are now being raked across coals, and they are expected to show up for work tomorrow and put out as much as they have had in the last few years. Now, I know that in the coming months, as it has been in recent times, there will be a lot of complaints about the health sector because we are at a tipping point. And this is why you are seeing so many stories about inefficiencies, cancellations, poor experiences, people dying, lack of equipment, whether it's an ambulance or a ventilator. All of these stories are emerging on social media because just like with climate change, it has been going on for a while. And now the system has reached this breaking point. And just as we're seeing flooding in the Sahara Desert and earthquakes all over, hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones, now we are faced with what happens when a system that has been funded but defunded of the resources where they ought to go is creaking under the weight of increased utilization. That is what we're experiencing. And unfortunately, my fellow Jamaicans, the health sector is not getting better. What you're experiencing today is the beginning of it getting worse. Now, as the blame game is starting and it is shifting to the suppliers who are owed money by the Ministry of Health, the administrators, and the nurses and doctors who are doing the actual work, I do not want there to be a situation where the public turns against the very people who are helping them. Instead, today, I want to highlight some of the root causes as to why we are experiencing this failure at multiple levels in the healthcare sector. I will start with Bustamante Hospital for Children. The promise that the child would have her surgery the next day, I said that from the same day that that could not work because it was reliant on a visiting team why that surgery could have been done. When you transfer a patient from Bustamante to the university hospital, they're going to get a bill. The surgery, the implants alone would cost about $1 million. Now, when you have a mission team coming to Jamaica, they bring all the resources, all the inputs, not just the technical expertise, but the materials to get that surgery done, absolutely free of cost to the children who need it most. When our visiting team had already left, we know that somebody has to absorb that cost. And it could not have been arranged within a day because UA has their own internal problems. Not only that, the knee-jerk reaction to transfer that child to UA ignores the fate of the 5 other children who had their scoliosis surgeries canceled because of the events that led towards the cancellation of the child whose mother went public. So it seems as if the only justice one can have is to go public. And if you don't, then you are brushed aside and nobody looks out for you. They only look out for who they need to fix or what they need to fix to out a PR firestorm. Now, the talk about the AC issues should not have come out on the day of the cancellation, because as far back as August 26th, the Bustamante Hospital for Children was in emergency mode for all operations because of the same issues with the AC units. It was known. It was not just that the staff knew and hid it. There are letters, there are emails that were sent. The Southeast Regional Health Authority knew of the issues. Attempts were made to move the surgeries to the Kingston Public Hospital. That did not work out. Attempts were made to move the surgeries to the Nuttall Hospital, but that did not work out, surprisingly, because money became an issue. This could have been avoided from even further back because money was raised, including money from the Chase Fund, to refurbish the operating theaters at Bustamante. Now, we don't know why we are left to surmise, but rumor has it that it was not the right moment for the announcement and the PR that would be gained from just announcing the rehabilitation of the Bustamante Theater would be lost in the media versus when it was announced later on, maybe closer to election time. These are just suppositions. But nobody knows the real reason why money was raised and the scope of work done to rehabilitate the theaters, the very theaters that are the center of this firestorm right now. But that project was cancelled. The doctors and the staff asked that the theaters be fixed so they could do their work. Instead, they got a therapy dog and a wellness bench. And it just shows you the priorities of the policymakers. So we are inevitably in a situation where, because of the decisions of the policymakers, crucial repairs that should have been done were neglected. And we don't know where that money is. We speak about money, we still need an update about the Shaggy and Friends Foundation. What happened to that controversial money that was raised. We do know that the PROMAC unit was never incorporated as an ICU, but instead is a fancy nursery. Another misuse of the intended funds. So there is a pattern here that is emerging. And when you delve deeper, you realize that all of these patterns have root causes, and that is what is leading to the collapse of the health sector now. Now, for one, this blame game about getting new machines and they're breaking down in a short space of time, it seems like it makes sense at first until you delve into what type of machines are brought in.
I have to stop this. I have online with me Dr. Alfred Dawes, opposition spokesperson on health. Dr. Dawes, welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program, sir.
Hi, Jeffrey, and hi to all of the listeners. Finally, we're talking, eh?
Yes, I'm telling you, you're a hard person to find, man, because you're always busy. Dr. Dawes, you had a press conference a while ago, sir. The people of Jamaica is fed up of the whole health sector in Jamaica right now. A young lady at 11 years old supposed to have a surgery. And because of her air condition fault, sir, what is your views on all of that? I mean, you know, I know you had a press conference. We're in the middle of a press conference a while ago and I decided to get a hold of you. What is your views on that? And what can you tell the Jamaican people about all of this, sir?
The health system is collapsing. We have been, for the last 8 years, putting money into the wrong things, and there's been a tremendous waste of resources. We had the greatest infusion of cash during COVID that the health service has ever seen. And a lot of that was on tents and intangibles and rented spaces and hotels. And it just went in and out of the health sector. The machines that they bought were some low quality stuff from China. And the dealers never had any maintenance plans here. They don't have anybody who can fix the machines. So what you're seeing is the end of useful life of a lot of machines. And you're going to see more breakages and more complaints from patients. And then when you have legitimate businesses selling equipment to the Ministry of Health, they don't, and they offer them maintenance packages. They don't buy them, or they don't add them into the contract. So when you have an AC unit at Bustamante that has been installed for 5 years and has not been maintained 10 years, and has not been maintained or cleaned, it must, and you cannot blame the company. That's like going to a dealer and buying a car that's under warranty, and you don't even change the oil and filter in the 3 years it's supposed to be under warranty and then cost. So what you're having is all of these things coming to a head right now. And then the sad thing is that some time ago recently, the doctor had gone ahead and solicited funds from Chase Fund because they saw the condition of the operating theater. And there was a project to refurbish the theaters, and it was blocked by the Southeast Regional Health Authority. We don't know why.
So hold on for me now, Dr. Dawes. operating theater, because I used to work at a hospital in Cayman, and I know for a fact that when you have an operating theater with an air conditioned unit, the air conditioned unit is separate. The operating theater air conditioned unit is separate from the general ward unit. Am I right or am I wrong?
Right. You have to have a specialized HVAC unit with HEPA filter in order to get rid of all of the microbes that are there. You have to clean and change these filters every 6 months or so. Otherwise, they get blocked up. And if you don't have the air circulating well, you know, you're talking about doing orthopedic surgeries, complex spine surgeries in the case of Bustamante Theatre, and neurosurgeries. And you can't have mold getting into the pins and nails and screws that are going into the spine. So it has been a challenge for some time, but you know, the doctors and the management, they have been trying to do some surgeries just to keep things going, because it's the patients they're trying to squeeze through. Otherwise, if you shut down the whole service, there'll be a lot of suffering because you don't have anywhere else to put them. And this whole talk about sending them to UA comes with a cost. The mission would have provided not just the technical expertise, but $1 million worth of equipment. When you send a child like that to UA now, the UA is going to give them a bill. And they're going to invariably incur the cost of the implants. The reason why they were dependent on the mission is because the families can't afford it in the first place.
So, Dr. Dawes, let me ask you this question though. You speak about the doctors at Bustamante apply to the Chase funds for some funds to help with operating theatre and so forth. Do you have any idea who blocked that fund, sir?
There's just a lot of speculation to say that it didn't fit with the PR timetable.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But we don't know who blocked it. I'm sure that you can find the email trail and see what is up. But right now, all the junior doctors across Jamaica are wearing black in protest, because this is not just a Bustamante issue. This is something that has been going on for quite some time, and there are several hospitals across Jamaica with issues, whether it's elevators not working, pregnant mothers have to be climbing up go to the delivery room at Victoria Jubilee because there's no working theatre elevator. Another base, similar thing. Theatres are closed down, non-functional. ICUs are empty. They're just storing them because they don't have any storing stuff in them because they don't have any equipment. So it's a systemic issue where we just have had poor servicing, poor procurement. So we buy inferior things at inflated prices, and it's going to take quite a bit to stop the slide into this abyss that the Ministry of Health is heading into. And the unfortunate thing is that the slide has started and is gaining momentum. This is why you're seeing more and more of these tragic cases coming out in recent times. It's because a lot of the equipment are reaching the end of their useful life and they're breaking down. And when they're breaking down, the services can't be provided. And you can only outsource and no more, so much and no more.
Let me ask you a question though, Dr. Dawes. Can you say how many persons supposed to do surgery can't do surgery now within Bustamante and other places around Jamaica, other hospitals around Jamaica? Can you say how much people has been put on standby to hold on because the theatres are not working, air conditioning not working in the theatres?
We'll never know because we don't keep track of that. But I can tell you that from the 26th of August, and this is why the story is so sad. On the 26th of August, they knew that Bustamante was on emergency surgeries only, and they were doing 20% of the usual weekly number of cases. Mm-hmm. So if they used to do 100, they're down to 20 now. That means 80 people, 80 children are waiting, and you're talking about multiple specialties, and every week you have that backlog getting bigger and bigger. They're going to other theatres now where they periodically get shut down. You know, you only have 2 working at Victoria Jubilee now, so you can't do any elective C-sections. You know, it's only emergency C-sections. So some of the women who should have been waiting for surgery, you can't really quote that they're waiting for surgery because you just have to find an alternative for them. they can't get the surgery that they need. You have a lot of men with prostate issues just walking around with catheters until they just come to clinic and change the catheters and go home again. And it's like that for years. And prostate surgery is something that can be done to give them a better quality of life. You know, women with fibroids waiting for a long time, men with hernias. It's a whole lot that's out there. And it is going to take some serious concerted efforts by all the stakeholders to fix this. And it's not a money problem, it's an allocation of resources problem. That is the second part of the statement that was not said when they said it was not a money problem.
So in other words, then, Dr. Dawes, there is money there, but the people who are giving out these contracts, not your words, my words now, it's given out to their friends and cronies who can't do nothing.
Well, some. I am very careful because they love to carry people to court. But I can tell you that I, as a surgeon, have looked on some of the equipment. My jaw dropped when I hear the price.
My God.
Because a lot of them are a tenth of what the price is in China. And I've toured factories in China. And they tell me how it is. It will have the same casing. It's like you have a phone and it has the same casing. But then one of them have 258 gigs of memory and one of them have 32 megabytes. Now it looks the same, pretty the same way, but one of them is just non-functional and is going to go down in a couple of months or a couple of years with the use that we have. And of course, these guys don't have any formal training in how to service a lot of these equipment. So the equipment just go down. They don't have any maintenance team here because they're just hustling.
So in other words, Dr. Dawes, some of these equipments coming in from China are refurbished equipments then?
Not refurbished. They're coming straight from the factory, but the factory will have a grade A, grade B, and grade C. Mm-hmm. The grade A is the top one that is going to Europe and North America. The grade C is the one that says the Africa specs, where it just look pretty outside. It's dirt cheap and it doesn't have any quality electronics or anything like that on the inside. And that's the type that they're bringing to Jamaica.
Do you have any idea? Because I used to work at the hospital in Cayman. And I know when and I can call his name, when Dr. Tomlinson and I used to go to Miami to buy equipments and buy stuff for the hospital, Chrissy Thompson Memorial Hospital in Cayman, you have to take the director of nursing with you. You take the maintenance personnel with you. You take the head of the surgery with you. You take the even the head of the whole doctor team with you to go up, and we spend all about 3-4 weeks up there looking at the type of equipment that we need and so forth. Do you have any idea if that happened in Jamaica?
Let me tell you how it works in Jamaica. There will be a requisition form that the doctors, the end users, everybody say, yes, this is what we need. This is what works for us. This is how we're going to deliver the service. It goes up to procurement and something else entirely different comes back down, often at a higher price. And they said, what do you think about this? And they said, no, this is not what we want, not what we need. And why we're we paying so much for this? Send it back. And it's the same machine that they rejected comes and they're forced to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course it breaks no time at all, and then the cycle continues. You replace it with inferior model stuff. Look, there was one example where there was a 10 million, a 14 million, and a $20 million piece of equipment. And they said the $10 million one, the doctors, when they looked at it, when they look at the three bids, the doctor said that the 10 million one was not up to the standards that they expected of that machine. The 14 and 20 million one had similar specs. So they said the better value for money is the $14 million one. So they signed off on the $14 million one, and then they got the $20 million one.
Jesus Christ. So
when you hear people talking about it's the administrator's fault and the doctor's not carrying the equipment, as a doctor, what do you know about ACs and CRMs and all these things?
Because
the maintenance parts, and even when it's a legitimate company that is providing the equipment, there's no maintenance contract in place.
So why is it that if you have a company coming to look at your install the air conditioner at the operating theater, why didn't you sign a contract with them to service it? It doesn't make any sense at all to me, Dr. Dawes.
Because money is not the problem, so it shouldn't be a problem for you to sign a preventative maintenance contract.
Dear God in heaven. Dr. Dawes, do you know anything about that you can speak to us about the Shaggy and Friends donation to the Bustamante Hospital? What is going on with that? Do you have any idea?
I asked about it today. I know as much as you. Shaggy never wanted to give them the money. I will understand why now. He wants the equipment. Because the value of the equipment is going to be closer to what Shaggy pay for than the value of the equipment when Ministry of Health buys it. But then I think they convinced them to release the money, and I don't know what happened after that.
And there's no accountability about nothing when it comes on. And you know, Dr. Dawes, I've been saying this on this program, If when the election is called and the People's National Party should gain state power, sir, and you become the Minister of Health, promise the Jamaican people, Dr. Dawes, that you will say to the party leader, the Prime Minister Mark Golding, that we have to do a forensic audit in the Ministry of Health.
Well, with all the presentations that I've done to the party leader, the executive, and the NEC, the unanimous position of the party is that we have to do whatever it takes to fix health. Now, with respect to our audit, we have to know where our baseline is. We have to know, because a lot of these machines we just have to condemn and start from scratch. Some of these buildings that they have refurbished that still have mold in them, we have to just condemn.
What?
Or got some start from scratch, right? So we have to have a starting point. But what Jamaicans have to understand is that because things are so bad now, what we will have to do is to first of all put our brakes on this runaway car and halt the decline before we can start to fix it. So whereas that audit has to be going on to be fixing things, because incompetence and failure are measured in human lives. So the longer we wait to get the system back up on track, more people are going to die. And it's unfortunate. And we look at it, look at something as I touched briefly on cancer care.
Go ahead, sir.
When we're in Breast Cancer Awareness Month, 90% of breast cancers in Jamaica are diagnosed after the woman feels a lump. Now, if you have a breast lump, it means that you have had cancer 1 year and 6 months, about 18 months now. You have had that cancer in your body, spreading, doing whatever it's supposed to do. So, of course, it's going to be harder to treat and harder to cure. Yet, we know that if we have a mammogram and we discover cancer by an abnormal mammogram or a precancerous lesion, we can remove. The survivability goes up significantly. Less women are going to die. So if we put in mammograms immediately and start screening programs, by 18 months, we would have saved countless women's lives. If we put in colon cancer screening programs, prostate cancer screening programs, and finding the cancers early where we can cure them, rather than colon cancer, you're finding them in 70% of the cases when they're advanced. We're going to be immediately saving lives. But you can't cut a ribbon for that. You can't do a groundbreaking for that. So it's going to be very boring, and people just have to understand that you're going to move to a Ministry of Health where it's just boring stuff taking place. You know, you don't have a function to celebrate the fixing of machines or preventative maintenance in a hospital of all the machines. But that is what is going to have to be done to get things back on track.
So Dr. Dawes, when the American government put a travel advisory against Jamaica because of the health sector in the country, sir, that wasn't lying, sir. The whole thing is in disarray.
Well, you know, I have been accused of being a mischief maker and politics and all of that.
Mm-hmm. I want to ask you this before I let you go, because I know you're a very busy person. How would you grade the hospitals in the 14 parishes in Jamaica right now? One of them is the 20-something billion dollar building of a hospital in Montego Bay, wherein it is, to me, it look like cost overrun. Do you know when the minister said this is going to finish?
Target.
Pardon me?
It's a moving target.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
The
We
country.
don't know when it's going to finish.
Mm-hmm.
We can't grade the hospitals properly because you may have one functioning area that a lot of fanfare has gone into refurbishing, but then other areas, as you would say, pop down. And it depends on what metric you use. If it's customer satisfaction, patient satisfaction that you're looking at,
Mm-hmm.
then I think every hospital will get a failing grade.
Whoa. That young lady who's supposed to do this surgery on her back, who has sclerosis, do you have an idea when she's going to get it done? Is it going to be paid for? I mean, you know, you have any idea, sir? You hear anything about that?
No, but I mean, I know that it couldn't have been done the next day as was put out in the media, because even early that morning,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're paying the money to $1 million for the implants and cover the costs for the surgery at UE, because it's not, UE is paid, not free. So this free surgery has suddenly turned into a multi-million-dollar surgery. And I hope that they're not going to ask them all to try and come up with anything.
My God. What a bad taste this country has left in that doctor's mouth, eh, sir? Who came in to help.
Yeah, I mean, it really was moving, because this is somebody who has been for the last 20 years been trying to help people, you know, and he's not involved in politics.
Yes.
And you know, I had a conversation with him, and he said he's not interested in any politics. I said, look, I'm not trying to get you to say anything bad about the government or anything. I just want to know that when we can work to fix this so it doesn't happen again. And that's all he cares about.
Yes.
That he can come and do his surgeries and leave. And children are better off because of it. And these are not some regular doctors and nurses and therapists who are coming down. These are the elites. And they come from several hospitals across the US.
Mm-mm.
And they have to plan their tours. They give up a lot of earnings in their time to be here, because it's not a vacation. This is their work, and they're not getting paid for it. And when they have lost all of their earnings to come here and sit and twiddle their thumbs because of an AC and working from April, you know, in a theater that you cancel a refurbishing contract for because allegedly the PR moment wasn't right. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot of people.
And the Jamaican people are the one who is suffering because of the negligence of a Ministry of Health. My God.
At least people are, but as I said, unfortunately, these news stories are going to be a lot more commonplace moving forward, because the suppliers are not giving them anything on credit anymore because they're not paying their bills.
Whoa.
The doctors are frustrated, and the equipment will continue to break down because they're reaching their useful life. So we can brace for the worst. Jeffrey, I have to run.
Yes, I know you have to run. Thank you very much for coming on, Dr. Dawes.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
You're welcome, sir. That's Dr. Alfred Dawes, opposition spokesperson on health, who graced us with his presence a while ago pertaining to what is going on in our beautiful island, Jamaica. My God. The country is in a crisis, in a very serious crisis. Listen to some more of what Dr. Dawes had to say, and then we're going to take your calls. Listen to some more of this, please. Then we're going to take your calls.
Now, I had the privilege of going to China some time ago in a private capacity and touring some factories. And what I can tell you is this: you will have a machine that has the same casing on the outside, looks the same, but on the inside, there's a range of parts from high quality, medium to low quality parts. And as a result of that, the price point is going to vary significantly. What has happened over the years is that the cheapest quality Chinese equipment has been bought, sold to the Ministry of Health at exorbitant markups, over 1,000%. When I hear some of the prices from some of these machines, I know that they cost a tenth of what they're being resold for. Now, I'm not against capitalism, but there's a type of capitalism that is rapacious, and it is sucking out money out of the Ministry of Health because we're not getting quality for the money that is being spent for a lot of these instruments. And when you bring in these instruments, there's no service contract, no maintenance, because a lot of times it's people who have no business in the medical instrumentation business. They do not have any servicing teams out here. So in no time at all, the machines break down. And then what is left is a lot of junk in hospital corridors and storerooms. And many times you have to use one part and scavenge to get a functional machine. So when we talk about equipment going down and it is the fault of the administrators for not taking care of them, this needs to be taken into consideration when we cast judgment on the people who are using the machines and who are tasked with repairing and maintaining the machines without a maintenance budget. There's also a significant conflict of interest in the procurement process, resulting in companies that are connected to the stakeholders and decision makers in the procurement entities being awarded contracts. And it is this broken procurement system that is manifesting in several ways. It manifests in the owning of a funeral home by a councillor in the minister's constituency, and that funeral home is getting all of the contracts in the Southeast Region Health Authority, and therefore poor people have to travel from KPH, going all the way to Spanish Town to identify and claim the bodies of their loved ones while going through the grieving process. But we hear that that whole tender process was above board. It looks away.
It smells stink. Hold on for me, Dr. Dawes. I'll soon come back to you. It smells stink. Want to see how corruption in this country is? A councillor. We don't know about it. We hear about it a lot. Own funeral home. Mama me, mo, me, mo. I want to know. I say a piece of something not happen in the country, see? You see how they make poor people in this country crying? When a country can't provide health care for its people, education and security, good God Almighty, Andrew Holness, so come on, go talk, what you do, and what you do. Eh? The health sector is in a crisis. Dr. Alfred Dawes is a medical doctor. All right, I just want to ask him about the air condition for the theater. I say I wasn't lying. I was not lying. I work at the Chrissy Tomlinson Memorial Hospital. For many years, I helped to build it. And I learned a lot from Dr. Steve Anthony Tomlinson and Dr. Ebanks. I learned a lot from them. and the director of nursing. They have no maintenance staff. And when the things go for procurement, some of the people in the high up in the Ministry of Health, they run business through. That's why I tell you, you know. I tell you all the while, you know. You mustn't blame politicians alone, you know, because some people who in a permanent secretaries, Jeffrey, behave yourself, who are permanent secretaries, and who are maintenance managers, if you go to prison. You see the level of corruption in this country? You see the level of corruption and nepotism and cronyism in this country? And when they come on here and talk about these things, go away, you dirty comrade. The country they run good. Run good where? I wanted to ask Dr. Dawes about a burn unit, you know. But it slipped me. I will get him on again. Jamaica don't have a burn unit either, you know. But 1 point something trillion is unaccountable for in the office of the Prime Minister. And how much $billion is unaccountable for in the Ministry of Health? And the Cornwall Regional Hospital is going to cost $22 billion now. And there are some people over there that work on it. Jeffrey, behave yourself. What a nation is this? What is going on? This country is in crisis. I don't open the phone lines for you all to call in. This is the number to call into the program, 9545298030. My God. 9455298030. I wouldn't even play no more Dr. Dawes thing. Because Dr. Dawes came on and give us a whole mouthful. 9545298030. What is your views on what is going on in Jamaica's health sector? Dear God in heaven. Yes, what about the $74 billion? You know, it's just money after money just going missing left, right, and center. Okay. And yes. Everything is just going haywire. The health sector is in crisis. The health sector is in serious crisis. Crime out of whack. Dr. Harris Chan get an award for the most, what should I say, presiding over a country that is crime infected. They gave Dr. Harris Chan an award. They gave Edmund Bartlett an award. My God. Good afternoon, Baltimore. Welcome to the program. You're live.
Good afternoon, Jeffrey, and good afternoon to you viewers. Well, Jeffrey, I was hoping that Dr. Dawes would tell us something that we don't know, Jeffrey. But everything he's telling us, we already know. Because any time a day, 24 hours a day, you could go to the hospitals, nothing has changed. But one thing remained the same, though, Jeffrey. One thing remained the same. Yeah. No matter how much money goes missing from any agency or any department of government, you don't have anybody go to prison. And the perfect example that Jamaica should look into, when we had the FinSAP, that should have been a learning lesson, right? But here comes SSL again, and we are seeing like nobody's gonna get convicted and go to prison. So there's no accountability for taxpayers' money, Jeffrey. And that is why corruption continues in the country. These people are blamed. What are we going to do, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
We're gonna send some people to prison. It's not a matter of if, you know, Jeffrey. I remember when I called you one time and I said, Jeffrey, when somebody is in politics, they should have no other business doing. And we agree to disagree. But these are the reasons why, Jeffrey, they cannot be in office and have another business. Because if a police officer is supposed to be on duty 24 hours, anytime you call, he can't say he's off duty. What about our politicians? And what we are seeing with Jamaican politicians is that they spend so much time on their business. It's not no if, no but, no maybe. And then some of the things that we are seeing is not an if there are conflict of interest. How could the government give a sitting member of parliament a contract for a morgue when the government should have morgues where the people die and the people stay in the hospital and then the people come and move their bodies?
I tell you something, Elisa. This country of ours, they have sold out everything. The two political parties in this country has sold this country out lock, stock, and barrel. We don't own nothing. We don't own a mark for ourselves. Jamaica only have one person who go around and do autopsy and bodies. One single person. And
but Jeffrey,
hold on there for me. You know how long this has been going on?
It's been going on for a long time, and let me tell you, Jeffrey, the government doesn't want to issue license. And let me tell you something, Jeffrey, that person who come down and do the autopsy, Jeffrey, once a month, Jeffrey, when him do the autopsy, Jeffrey, is just a general statement.
Dear God.
You hear me? It's just a general statement. If you look at a lot of the shootings with the police, you're not hearing that they have a difference in opinion of what happened.
Yes.
They just find a way to rob the system, and the government is doing it. It's no different from the scan machines right now in the hospital. Instead of the government went and buy the scan machine or lease the scan machine, what they do is give a big contract to their friends who have these scan machine. And the amount of money that the government is paying for the scan costs way more than buying or leasing a scan machine. Plus we get it.
But did you hear what Dr. Dawes said? When the doctors they come together and say, okay, we need that piece of equipment and it not cost X, Q, Y, Z. When they send it up to procurement or the Ministry of Health, they send back and say, no, this is what you need. A more expensive one they send.
But Jeffrey,
some food off of it.
Jeffrey, they are doing that, Jeffrey. All right. Put an X-ray machine, for example. When they send to buy an X-ray machine, Jeffrey, if the top of the line one is for 10,000, right? They're not going to buy the top of the line one for 10,000. They're going to buy the worst one for 20,000. It's no difference from the garbage truck, Jeffrey. We are seeing garbage truck for 30, 40, 60,000. And then when you look at the one that the Jamaican government say they bought for 100 or something thousand per one. Come on, Jeffrey. And we see it all over. We see it all over. doesn't pay no 2 point or no 3 billion dollars to provide food, but you give somebody who's associated to the party a contract for that?
Yep. And right now, I don't know name. There's a big person within the Labour Party, one councillor who's contracted to supply the hospitals across Jamaica with food.
No, I know, Jeffrey, that's what I'm talking about. And this person is contracted to provide food, and this person is not up in the top 10 food supplier or restaurateur in the country. So a lot of things that we see, Jeffrey, that they don't take these people to court as conflict of interest is because nobody wants to do their job. Nobody wants to do their job.
The country is in a crisis, isn't it, sir? This country,
it's been in a crisis, Jeffrey.
It's
been in a crisis, Jeffrey. It's getting tighter and tighter.
This country, I tell you all the time on this program, people say I must stop saying, Jamaica is knocking behind Haiti's back door.
Jeffrey, you're saying it wrong, Jeffrey. We're not knocking behind Haiti's back door, Jeffrey. For a long time, we passed 80. If you look at our murder rate, Jeffrey, we've been higher than 80. We are just a clean, organized set of mad people. We know how to make it look decent.
Repeat that one again.
No, because we're a clean, organized set of mad people, Jeffrey. Because we have more turmoil every day than Haiti. No matter what's going on in Haiti, we have more people dying or being murdered than Haiti. So which one of our society is more functionable?
My God in heaven.
The atrocities that are being committed against the people are normalized. 5 murders and 4 murders one time is normal. So we've been having mass murders for years, Jeffrey. But the only time now they get alarmed is when it's 8 or 10. Because we don't have 8 or 10 all the while. But we've had 8 and 10 before. Even when you go to the house, what are we going to do, Jeffrey? We got to take to the street, Jeffrey, and people got to go to prison. It's not no if, no, but, no, maybe. Even this thing that Nigel Clark do, it's a big rubbish, Jeffrey. Big rubbish. So you're telling me, FinSac, during FinSac time, nobody was sent to prison, nothing was recovered. Okay, so now we come to SSL. You're telling me that the managers who, if you own a company like that, Jeffrey, and you allow it to go like that, you have to acknowledge. So you're telling me nobody's going to prison? The taxpayers is not going to get back housing trust money?
Not a damn soul.
The people who suffer during the banana. You get their money and you're not even ask them, you go invest it in a SSL?
Nobody. Not one single soul. Apart from Gene and Panton. Hold on for me.
Yeah.
Apart from Gene and Panton, who is set to take the blow for everything. Nobody's not going to
She can't take the blow, Jeffrey. She can't take the blow, Jeffrey.
Hold on.
She cannot take the blow, Jeffrey.
Hold on for me. Not one single soul will be going to prison. When you look in which modern democracy can the leader of a country know about that the company will go under and take out the money? That if it is in America, he'll be charged for insider trading. No,
Jeffrey,
you have Usain Bolt, who has lost his money, one of Jamaica's icons, and his own country rob him.
His own country rob him, Jeffrey, and not only that, Jeffrey. You are seeing even clear breaches like the Prime Minister using the charity money, Jeffrey. invest in his own thing, and he had the money using it.
Listen to me.
Listen, Jeffrey. Listen to me. He had the money using it and working it, Jeffrey. And you're telling me, even if he gets was off everything else, nobody seems to say, oh, you should be charged, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, that's the problem, you know, Jeffrey. When we have like the FSC, who was implemented after FinSAP, and when you see the FSC could not shut down SSL, and then the FSC send the documentation to Nigel Clark, and you see Nigel Clark deliberately drop the ball talking about, oh, he received it, but he had it in his office. No, that's careless. And then when you look, no,
lying.
No, we know he's lying, Jeffrey. But since as he wanna say, he forget it. Even if he forget it, Jeffrey, that's derogation of duties, Jeffrey. He shouldn't be there. And then we're watching now the FSC, some of the questions like they're asking the court not to publish the list of people who have gotten their money back. Jeffrey, if you see him not get back him on 12 or 13 million dollars, nobody enough to get money back. Because none of those people are more important than you see him both.
And
then if tax
and you have some
and then
you have some poor old lady who use her retirement money. Listen to me. I tell you something, you know. I talk to her, I'm gonna talk to her again, you know. You see some of these politicians, you see before they're dead, they shall name you know what and confess for them to the people of this country.
Jeffrey, I would love to see that, Jeffrey.
They
but
shall
right now,
confess and name not even name you know what before they're dead for them to the people of this country.
And when you look and you see nobody from the government is saying the icon should get back his money.
But yet the Prime Minister, the world-class Prime Minister was allowed to take out his money. And now we have 28 bank account and still sit as Prime Minister for this country. And we sit down in this country and accept everything that's going on. We fool no dog.
Well, Jeffrey, all I can say, Jeffrey, the few people who are tired, Jeffrey, majority of the people who are with it, Jeffrey, they want us to talk for them, demonstrate for them, and they come and sit and eat like they did work for country. Not many Jamaicans, Jeffrey, is saying it's not what my country can do for me, but what I can do for my country. You hear me, Jeffrey? You go Jamaica, all a KFC, them are also, Jeffrey. You know KFC and you place your order and 50 order come out to the side door before the people at the front get them order.
Especially the one in a halfway tree.
Jeffrey, that are the least one, the one in a Montego Bay. One of the biggest one we sell. Man, I sell an express down there.
Oh.
You go to them and sell express for you get your food. And the people in the kitchen are work with the people at the front.
Dear God in heaven. But let me ask that question, caller.
Yeah.
I was listening to somebody send me some stuff the other day, a couple of days ago. And I take the time out mostly in the nights to listen to it. The great Wilmot Perkins. I listened to Wilmot Perkins and Winston Babatunde Witter, Barbara Brown and Antoinette Harton programs. And this same thing has been going on for years. Them dead and gone now. And it's still they're going, when will we wake up in this country?
Jeffrey, we won't wake up, Jeffrey, until there's a riot and a rebellion and people go to prison. 'Cause we got to understand, Jeffrey. Remember, just like how you said, Wilmot and all of them was fighting for the same thing, right? The same way they were fighting for injustice is the same way injustice is today. Perfect example, Jeffrey. From I was a boy, you hear the police say they approach a man, him return shots, and shot was fired, and they were found suffering. And man run halfway in the bushes. Then, no, it's been true, Jeffrey.
Yes,
And then you see people, you see even with video evidence. Police kill the man, but the police said the same thing. But we have no charges brought against the police. No closures for the family. No with video evidence, Jeffrey. Them dragging out everything in the courts.
The same way. I keep on asking this question. Will Donnelly Donaldson's mother get any justice for her?
No, Jeffrey. No, Jeffrey. They don't want to charge that man. Because that man is connected to other police. And remember, Jeffrey, people don't pay attention. They already know that he never acted alone. So if they knew he never acted alone, and it was other police officers who assisted him, why haven't they charged him? It's no different. He was charged, but I'm saying, why haven't they prosecuted? Because them use least circumstantial evidence than this and convict Ninja Man. If you look at this, it's no different from when the cocaine was found at the airport. The airport is under surveillance. Not even a picture we don't see, Jeffrey, or who released or who put the court there. And up to now, Pierre hasn't made an arrest. So even without witness, but we have camera evidence, you see where the police refuse to make an arrest. If they make an arrest, for sure, you don't hear nothing about it because it dropped on the DPP desk. When it dropped on the DPP desk, it sits there. It sits there. Till we hear nothing about it. These people are preventing people from getting justice. So I am not the one who like to incite violence, Jeffrey, or support violence.
Yes.
But I'm telling you, Jeffrey, when the people finally realize, because they are realizing now that no matter what, they are not getting justice. Because a lot of times, the closest these people come to justice is that justice is delayed for years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. And that's in the best case. Some of them, none at all. So you see, when the people decide to start act against the people who are in power, to give them justice, Jeffrey, then we will have a more just society.
I tell you something, I've been getting some reports and some video clippings. Jamaica's Prime Minister keep on visiting St. Thomas. And where he keep on going is up by Paul Bogle Monument. It begs to ask the question, what are they doing? And I would advise these people, is it? You don't trouble our ancestors, Because if you don't want the ancestors and pick it up in this country, I'm sorry for you. You're going up there? You believe say you can't stop the rebellion that we're coming? You believe you're stopping the rebellion that is out to come in this country and not listen to me. I am not asking anybody if we can do anything, you know. But it's clear as day. Something is in the atmosphere. And something not happen. But far, see what's going on? The hotel workers are starting, you know. The hotel workers, they're starting it.
When you look at Jamaica, Jeffrey, and you see all these hotels that are being built, and all of them get running water, and the people don't have running water, Jeffrey.
Mama me, mo.
And then not to add insult to injury. You want to take the people them and put them in the hotel. And you want to pay them between $1.50 and $2 US an hour?
If the people of keep on saying this to you all, you know. The people of Sri Lanka get up and say to the president of the day, the Gupta's family, we will not stand by anymore. But they continue troubling the people of this country.
But you see, Jeffrey, as I said, I don't like to incite violence. I like to incite peaceful demonstration.
Yes.
So I would like on your program, Jeffrey, to ask the people in the hotel industry, people, if you don't want money, you don't stop work and see how fast you no money go to $6 and $7 and $8 an hour. You don't accept less because them can't find management, but them can't find nobody to spread bed from the Caribbean for bring come to Jamaica. Because whatever they are paying you, nobody in the Caribbean is gonna take that because they earn more than that in their own country.
But listen, hello. This is a shame and disgrace, you know.
The government calls it, Jeffrey.
The minister of tourism went down there along with the labor minister, and they didn't see it fit to meet with the hotel workers, but they see it fit to meet with the people who are enslaving the Jamaican people.
Hey, Jeffrey. Yeah. I'm gonna give your view, give your listeners them a story. Back in the day, I used to work for Coffee Industry Board of Jamaica. Marcus Garvey Drive. And let me tell you, at the time, Roddy Spencer was the member of parliament. Listen to big conflict of interest, Jeffrey. He was also the union representative. So when the workers is negotiating, the same man who's their negotiator is the same man as the government.
Go on again.
When the workers are negotiating, because I said the man who's leading the trade union is also the member of parliament.
That's Roddy Spencer.
That's Roddy Spencer. So he's negotiating for you, but he's the one who's holding the purse for the government. Not only that, they made a hotel out the money. You hear me say, Jeffrey, they made a hotel. They even went further and sold the company with the workers. For little and nothing. They even went further, Jeffrey, and took all the pension money that the workers had thrown.
God didn't hear me. My brother.
Yeah.
Our nation needs help. Thank you for calling in. And the only way we
can help this country,
my brother, unless the people of our country stand up.
Exactly, Jeffrey.
That we in the diaspora can't do nothing too much. It lies Jeffrey, in your hands.
The only way we can do something as a diaspora is if just like how we buy ticket to go down there for vacation, we have about 5 or 6 million diaspora people. We need like 2 million or even 500,000. We go down there go demonstrate. Because the people not doing it for themselves. That's the only way, Jeffrey. But if we day up here talking, they're just not paying us any attention.
All right, my brother.
These people. All right, have a good one.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much for calling in. My God. For those who want to call in, the numbers are 954-529-8030. I'll call about this number who was calling us. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Like, share, and subscribe to the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. We're live on Jam Talk Vibes Radio. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. You're live. Hello?
Yeah, the eye. Man in the road.
Heal the eye. What go on down the yard?
All right, Jeffrey. You know my name is Double Jack.
Where you coming with now?
Jeffrey, if a man have a lot of sons, and the son them see them daddy go thief every night, you can't tap them from thief.
No. Can you see their father doing it?
Okay. Jeffrey, ban your belly, because from now to election, you think you see money missing yet? Everybody wants to them,
Aye.
And again, to Jeffrey. I honestly believe Nigel Clark left no stone unturned.
For what?
Yeah, him turn them down to cover the evidence. Him left none turn up. Him turn all of them.
You're right, caller. You're right, because the fact of the matter is, the minister refused to give out the actual, all of the report of FinSac, and he doctored some of the stuff. So I beg to ask the question.
Yes.
Sorry, beg to ask the question. Which are how many members who sit in the Parliament of Jamaica got bailout from FinSac? How much of them buy FinSac house?
But it's the same thing him do with SSL. Him turn all the stone to cover all the evidence. Him show you out the FBI soon come. Meantime, him turn the stone them to cover down the evidence.
Listen to me. You know why that man talk about FBI coming out?
Yes.
I had Wilfred Rattigan on my program one time, and we asked a question about the FBI. It seems as if somebody in the ministry didn't listen, or him didn't listen. So he came out with this FBI thing. Because Rattigan go for him program with it too. But it seems as if he heard us. So the minister came out with this FBI about FBI coming to Jamaica. That's not how the FBI work. That's not how the FBI work. And until now, the FBI don't have a press conference about nothing. We hear nothing about anything.
No, sir. Him really turned the stone them, but him use them in his favor to cover evidence. So the evidence cover under the stone them where him turn.
FBI was involved in that damn thing.
And next thing again, Jeffrey, I want you to look at it. No, the Prime Minister supposed to have some of the best liars. Because remember, Jeffrey.
But hold on.
What?
He has one, you're gonna talk. He has one who murdered a man in the house of the Prime Minister's lawyer. And until now, that man's family can't get justice. Yeah?
But what we never talk about in a Jeffrey? This almost 500 million. Therefore, remember that is not asset, That's cash, The assets weren't mentioned, Therefore. So this scandal is really bigger than what we talk about here,
Yeah.
This is not asset, Jeffrey. This is cash.
I say it already and I say it again. No, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
You ever think about that? A cash we are talking about, not asset.
Yeah, man. But look at this. In which modern democracy can you hear an integrity commission report stated that is it 21? I think it was 21 times somebody deposit money in the prime minister's account, and you hear nothing more about it, and he still sits as prime minister of this country.
That's why you can't. You have to find time to laugh, with these things, because you will send up your blood pressure, You have to make some room to laugh, because honestly, Jeffrey, I ain't not going to make this thing stop me from laughing, because I tell you,
that's true.
I tell you, I want my strength, because so new people come from up St. Elizabeth, come up and Diamond House, and me no want to take no blue pill, So you have a good day.
Why not behave yourself? Every time he call me, come up with something. Oh, Lord. Listen, join us this evening at 6 o'clock for a new edition of the Mek Wi Talk program hosted by yours truly, Jeffrey Tavares and Head Boy. Our guest this evening will be pollster Mr. Don Anderson. He will go through the new finding of the polls in Jamaica. We'll be speaking about that and other issues facing the Caribbean and our country, Jamaica. So join us then as we come to you live this evening at about 6 o'clock. We will speak to you some more of what is going on in the land of wood and water. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Like up the feed. Come on, people. Like up the feed. Like up the feed, rather. Viewers and subscribers to this channel, thank you very much. Like up the feed. Like, share, and subscribe to the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. This country is in crisis. Health sector in crisis. Education sector in crisis. Security in crisis. Tourism sector in crisis. Everything in crisis in this country. How long? I don't think we don't continue holding these people hostage. Mama me, mo, mo. I say, don't you trouble Zion. Aye, Jesus. Hey, Michael Andrew Holness. You better have a good relationship with your God, By the way, I want to play this phone and the Prime Minister say, people want to kill him. Listen to this.
I know that as leader of the country, as leader of the political party, many men wish death upon me.
Many men wish death upon me.
As your leader, I am always ready. As your leader, I can absorb, like Muhammad Ali, all the punches. And sometimes I don't throw the punch, Sometimes I just rope a dope. I just bounce with it. But don't worry. The knockout punches are going to come. Because we have worked too hard to build this country, to make the fake people come and take what we have built. We will work hard, we will show care, and we will get the people of Jamaica to support us and continue the good work of the Jamaica Labour Party. My Jamaica Labour Party family, the people of Jamaica, I love you. Thank you. God bless you.
I believe that term might name out this man brain. Because, hold on for Mrs. P. Hold on for Mrs. P. It look like something wrong with this man. What's on the bill? On the bill a healthcare sector that is going down the drain. Miss P.
Me I watch him a rock self or then throw punch body me punch body oneself.
I don't know how him
Right?
him knows that some men want to kill him.
I am a killing oneself, but greed I kill him. Anything I kill him, I greed. Greed I kill him. Anyway, good afternoon, Jeffrey and the family. Wide and far. Big up to Mrs. Jeffrey, Mrs. Tavares. Well, me give my 2 piece. I was at the thing last night with Gabriel.
I was looking for you, know.
And I told me stand up because me I replay it, but when me come home, me can't catch here something.
Yes.
I miss myself. But the video not catch me so to me there. Can't be one festive season.
Because I
right
during everything I was texting Senator Morris and saying that, you know, congratulations and everything like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was with her grandmother. If you see when them highlight her grandmother.
Oh yes, yes, for true, yes.
Yeah. I was right. Me and her grandmother par.
Okay.
Yeah, and me enjoy it, man. Although it was raining and people turn out, and if it didn't rain, more people that turn out.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, man, but that rain, even though as me speak, one last that rain afar.
Oh, that's very good, man. So
yeah, man, rain afar.
Your friend who said many men want him dead. In build up Silicon Valley yet because in go Portmore, you know. So in a turn Portmore little Miami.
Alright, God. Me tell you, this man is so me can't find an adjective to describe this man. He's sick with stomach. He make your body crawl. You go a country, Jeffrey?
Uh-huh.
All right. You know chocolate and you know breadfruit tree?
No, Negril me come from.
All right. And you know when breadfruit ripe and drop on a bush,
yeah, man,
and the rain fall. Yeah, and when you grow there, 1, 2, they appear sour fly place planny,
right.
A sentan. You sick stomach. You don't have no shame. You don't have nothing about him. You don't know what. And then him is one, and the rest of party is the other. There is none of them in there to look at him and say, sir, with all due respect to what is happening, you need to do this or you need to do that, and you just stop
I get
to
to
that.
understand, Miss P. Hold on, Miss P. And I want to play a video for make it hear the video too. I get to understand that people within the party tell him to step aside, you know, but you know he's already. He must see I got oneself, you know. He's the only done. Hold on, Miss P. The boys to men concert was down here.
Oh,
and the
Jesus.
Prime Minister went on stage and they boo him. Listen to this.
Thank you. Now my question is, did you catch some of the show?
Unfortunately, only 3 songs, but one of them was my favorite. So yeah, it was good.
I'd like to address the people tonight. Or are you not saying that? It's about the show? Okay. Well, we just wanted to show you love. We wanted to show you love and thanks for allowing us to be in your country. We thank you so very much for allowing us to just to perform in front of all your beautiful people.
Well,
thank you. Now my question is, did you catch some of the show?
Unfortunately, only 3 songs, but one of them was my favorite. So yeah, it was good.
I'd like to address the people tonight. Or are you not saying that? It's about the show? Okay, but we just want to show you love. We want to show you love and thanks for allowing us to be in your country. We thank you so very much for allowing us to just perform in front of all your beautiful people. Yes. We got a call scripture. What's her name? What they come on. Oh, minister. Come on. Both of y'all. Come on out there. We might as well. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Minister. Come on, man. Come on. Gotta show love, man. Yeah, once again, this is a beautiful moment, and we thank you so very much to just the whole entire country, to the government here in Jamaica.
Hold on, let me speak. When one of the boys to men see that everything looks so bad and call him back on stage, you know. When one of them said to him, do you want to address the crowd? People say, no, boo, no. Want to see what's going on?
Nobody know why you're funny. Nobody know why you're funny. If you be stand funny long, you not get a buckle. Yeah, and then we guys, in a few days, we gonna stage show, you know, when artists and ask them. Artists now go with not pay back labor, but plan to scan. Okay, backland come over there, empty backland. Sometimes I don't really glass backland to hurt you, but backland, you don't know? Right.
Somebody,
if you go man.
Miss Peace, somebody put in the chat, say me body.
Right? No, but you know, look what this, look here. Seriously think, you know. These people just go around, insult the Jamaican people, hungry, we so bad, disrespect, we starve, we are dead from proper health care, we are dead from lack of water, we are dead from medication. No, no, Jeffrey, we are laughing, but that's serious, you know. Imagine 11-year-old baby last night when Mr. Campbell, Dayton Campbell, used 2 phones to show the people 90-degree angle what it looked like.
I showed it on my channel too, because
and he showed the 80-degree. Oh God, yes. Man. Oh,
this is what this country.
You tell me, say.
This is what this country, Miss P. This is what this country, Jamaica. The Prime Minister bragging and boasting that nobody now come mash up with them bill. What have you built, Prime Minister Holness, for the people of this country?
Let me tell you one bill. You want me tell you? Let me tell you one bill. In bill 28 account, 1, in mash down hospital 2, in bring Zozo 3, in lack of people for mass 4, in mash down people house 5, right? Then you have water in a shit tank a Westmoreland go give people them 6. All right. And those are the things that in bill. He make people in a gas school for car seat. And then there's something them bill. And then there's them bill.
Him and Edmund Bartlett bring in the Bucky masters to enslave the Jamaican people in Negril and the tourism sector.
Yeah. Yes, and I mean I go say something for Jeffrey Tavares show. I'm serious to me heart. I'm would might happen me dead tomorrow or that happy woman. Diaspora from all walk of the world one of them. Mr. Mark Golden, when you win, sir, we need a seat for the diaspora them. Or a representative or anywhere can work out that the diaspora them have 80% attack or 100% talk in a Jamaica for what happened to Jamaica, how we money spend, how we people take care of. Mark Golden, we want a minister of whatever with that or a minister of diaspora. And diaspora, we want to know if you group up, come together and start to run some of them hotel here, run some of them business here. That's you know one Jamaican people can get work. Jamaica for Jamaicans, right? Make we work with one countryman, build up with country. So the money we no book over hotel and who no pay we good. and make we have a good and sweet and nice Jamaica. Diaspora, we are begging. Mark Jeffrey, Golden, Dayton, Campbell, Gabriel and Morris, my MP. We want the diaspora to be 100% talking our business. PSOJ can go. Time to get out the PSOJ and get diaspora, replace them. So diaspora can work my factory if we can things, work my factory if we do this, and go and foreign and get factory if we come and make we can get work. And where with the PSOJ full time. Time come. Time now go come for Andrew come out. The PSOJ them fi come out too. And diaspora take over this country because for them born and grow here. Right? We want factory, we want anything, hotel, anything run by the diaspora. We not business because diaspora know how dirty tough. Them know them country, they know them countryman. We don't want no more foreigner in our place. We don't turn a fool no place and make fool people come in a fool place. So that the diaspora then can buy back 2 planes. Make we get back with Jamaica, then can buy a ferry or 2. Make we get back with Jamaica. Make we start, make back with cement out here. We don't want to see no PSOJ again. We want to see diaspora. That we want. Because right now, without the diaspora, this thing has turned over a long time. So this is cheap. The diaspora, they come up front and manage this country along with the PMP and guide them accordingly. So the PMP are going to work with the diaspora and sign up on all T and that all eyes. That's when the people in America, anyway, they come at their yard, they're comfortable. They can come spend them 3 months, 2 months, 2 weeks, and after you look over their shoulder. Jamaican people don't want livable wages. Yes, and you're going to find 2 way a culprit. Because you know you go thief in a society. But through it, going to drop down, we can be able to curtail them much easier. Away with the PSOJ. Marky G, if you not hear for yourself, somebody are going to hear and tell you. Damian Crawford, we are look up to Ununu Young, Gabriel Morris. We love you. We see you have a vision. But with the PSOJ, it's going to be still hard. Get rid of the PSOJ. Turn the PSOJ in diaspora. Make them run the banks, they run the business, because them Africa, we are people and foreign, we are doing well in another country, and then if you come home, come contribute to this country. But because of the red flag and it, this and it, that and it, that and it, and that. Because when the foreigner them come in here, the politician then get kicked back from them. So they do anything and then don't care. The diaspora wouldn't stand up for that. The diaspora we know some man a Negril and he used to carry water on his head. So you know how hard it is. So now in America go style hard and come. You want a better country, can want a country where you can retire in and go home to God peacefully. So we now gonna call the Andrew to come out. We want the PSOJ come out too. Or if they don't want to come out, them no have no talk. Them have to do as I say. Them have to do what the people them say. Them have too much talk in their country, and them to one, along with Andrew Wallace, bring down this country. Because everything Marky G say, even if I do Marky G run, they run with it. And when Andrew Wallace and his friend them are do atrocity to the people them, none of them no come out and stand up and talk. This man I was watching a radio station, well-known radio station. To me, I surf and, you know, click on it, see what I go on with. I have to watch everything and dissect and learn it. A gentleman call in on the program and I talk about the poll. You hear what the young lady say? Them not discussing the poll. You know, and the man even said, when the blue that poll come out, we don't discuss it and not talk about it. And now, and when the poll flip, yes, Tana Thomas. It clip is there, so I'm not like me at tell. So that day, I've been case keep and speed dial. It clip did it. She said, when the gentleman attacked, she said, they are not discussing the poll. That will show you how corrupt them be. Are probably they're under a gag order. Because that around Jamaica. Gag order. I must not, because the man is a regular caller to them program. So the man has said, then, oh, when he had a poll come out, we're not discussing. Yes, but we're not discussing the poll this morning. That will show you how current them be. And when we look at these young, bright people who've been fooled by us some whole tough back man and woman, where then be soon done like a my own. And who know have the country and as a young people, vibrant people, if you carry the country forward, and if a generation behind who not come, who know help sink the country. And it's a wicked set of people. Oh.
All right, Miss B.
The pick me a girl school, and the school where my little boy go, a 700 pay 2 spoons of rice and 1 piece of bun up chicken. $700, no vegetable.
What school is this?
Right. One school I sent them, I sent them in Ferncourt.
Lord have mercy. It's saying, you know, I have some stuff to go through. I get some paperwork. And I put in Floyd Green and the Ministry of Education and what, you know. I get some paperwork pertaining to some schools in St. Elizabeth that they're gonna cost the ministry much $1 million for bill and fix. And some of these contracts will be going to some of the people and friends and cronies. I end up going through some of them last night. But not and go through all of it. I have to go through it first before I can come on here with it. And I am going to bring on this lady to come on here from St. Elizabeth, who has lost every single thing. She lost everything. And yet,
my God,
Floyd Green and Labour Minister is saying that the money they get to give out, they have given out too much percentage already. Live from the pit of hell. Miss P, you and I will talk. Thank you for calling in.
All right, Papa. We look yourself.
Yes, cool. Join me this evening at 6 o'clock where a new edition of the Mek Wi Talk program hosted by yours truly, Jeffrey Tavares and Head Boy. We're hosting a program this evening pertaining to the Dan Anderson poll. Thank you all very much for coming on. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Join us this evening as we come to you live with an edition of the Dan Anderson poll. And the majority of Jamaicans saying the country is more corrupt than anything else now. Lord have his mercy. Join us then. On behalf of all of us here, I'm Jeffrey Tavares saying thank you all very much for coming on. Thank you all for being a part of this program. May God bless you. And may God continue to bless our island home, Jamaica land we love. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe to the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Let me see if there is any news that I need to give to you all. Just bear with me here, please. Something so I must go and look at it. Like I go and look at it and see if there's any news to give to you all. Let me see. There's any news here to give to you all. Hold on for me. Okay. A lot of things is going on at the moment. The Supreme Court, listen to this. Staff members of the Supreme Court may go on strike because of their salary. Backlogging their salary. Okay, there is nothing of substantial to give to you now. I just want to tell you all thanks for coming on. Okay. Thank you all for coming on. Thank you all for being a part of the program. Put you on notice also that the Mek Wi Talk program will be bringing live coverage of the 2024 election in the United States. It will be election night in the United States. And also, when they call the election in Jamaica, the Mek Wi Talk program will be coming to you live from Kingston, Jamaica with election night. But on November 5th, that's Tuesday coming, the Mek Wi Talk program will be live in Washington, D.C. We'll be bringing to you live coverage of the election of Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Of course, you know VP Harris has roots to Jamaica. The Mek Wi Talk program will be coming to you live with live coverage of election night in America. Thank you all for coming on. Join me this evening at 6 o'clock. Special edition of the Mek Wi Talk program with pollster Mr. Dan Anderson and Wilfred Radigan. God bless you. May God bless Jamaica land we love. Have a great afternoon, everyone.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, Mek Wi Talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Mek Wi Talk.